What is up, guys? Welcome to this video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about using self-honesty for clarity. Honesty is actually insanely hard and is something that we are not doing. And I think we have to be honest about that right off the bat. Even myself, I come up here, I talk about self-honesty, but there's times where I can be a little bit more clear to myself. I can notice what I'm doing and I can just become more aware of it. This is a form of honesty. And I can state it to myself in a very direct way. And although I've significantly improved in how honest I am to myself, I still have more to do. Now, this video is designed to help you to understand how to use honesty to gain clarity. That's the point of honesty when I talk about it in my videos. The whole point is clarity. Clarity does not work with dishonesty. Dishonesty is an obscuring factor that removes clarity, whereas honesty gives clarity. Now, moving on to really how this video is going to go down. This video is going to teach you how to state what is happening in a detached, non-judgmental, non-forceful, and logical way that is based off direct observation. So really, it's important that our mind can observe what is happening, not judge it as good or bad, and just state what is happening, what is actually happening in a very observant way. So a good example of this, and I have a lot, dominantly what I have is examples because I want to get very practical. I want to teach you how to apply honesty into your life, not just daydream about honesty. But really, a good example is when you get angry, just say, I'm angry. That's it. That's it. That's simple, but actually do it. This is very powerful. When you get angry, just say, I'm angry. When something bothers you, just say, I'm triggered. I'm bothered. I'm bothered. Whenever you start getting reactive, afterwards, just say, oh, that was reactive. I'm being reactive. Say that to yourself when you're actually in those moments. I'm being reactive. I'm being angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being judgmental. I'm being manipulative. I'm forcing myself onto this person. I'm angry and pushing myself onto them. I'm covering up my sadness with anger. I feel shame. I'm being dishonest with myself in order to protect myself so that I don't have to even realize how dishonest I actually am. And another really crazy thing to think about is how dishonest everyone else actually is. This is a strange situation to realize that you're actually in. And you can just lie about it, and then you don't even have to ever look at it in, forever, for the rest of your life. Moving on, when you're overindulging, when you're eating too much food because you're bored or you're sad, when you're playing too much video games, when you're watching too much Netflix, when you're spending too much time entertaining yourself with, whatever, any kind of pleasure that you should really kind of stop. Just say, you don't have to judge yourself. Just say, I'm overindulging. That's it. I'm overindulging. Just look at what you're doing and say it to yourself. You don't have to beat yourself up. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why did I do this? And I regret it so much. Just notice what's happening and be honest about what's happening. I'm overindulging. I'm shaming myself in a toxic way. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Oh, I regret this. How could I be so stupid? And, stuff like this, attitudes like this. Oh, I wanted to change this habit. I wanted to go to the gym, but I keep failing. And you feel a sense of, attacking yourself, And whenever you do that, say, oh, I'm attacking myself. That's what I'm doing right now. When I'm shaming myself, when I'm feeling guilty about doing something, productive or something like that I said I would do, and then I didn't do it. Oh, okay, now I'm attacking myself. Oh, okay, so this is what it is. This is how attacking myself works. Oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, okay, how is my body responding to this? Oh, okay, there's tension. It feels like one part's tense and it's like even just like muscles are attacking one another. I'm distracting myself with blank. What do you distract yourself with? Let's really look at distraction. This is a massive one in our life. I'm distracting myself with entertainment, Netflix, the computer, my friends, smoking weed, my iPod or iPad or iPhone or whatever. I'm listening to too much music, and I can say to myself that, oh, this isn't a distraction. I love music. Music is my passion. But really, what you're doing is you're just listening to way too much music, and you're not, maybe practicing singing, practicing the guitar, whatever it is. You're just overindulging in, some kind of pleasure. So I'm distracting myself with blank. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, junk food, going out. Just figure out ways that you distract yourself and be clear about it. Be very honest with yourself about what you distract yourself with and why that is. Oh, I get bored, so I distract myself, and I run away from my boredom. I have boredom in me. I don't really know how to handle the emotion of boredom, and it doesn't go anywhere. It keeps coming back. Why does it keep coming back? Oh, I get sad and then I overeat, or I get sad and then I watch porn. I distract myself with porn. I distract myself with Instagram. I feel lonely, so now I distract myself with my friends, which I'm not saying, never go outside and socialize, but really, you also have to investigate, why am I lonely? So a very good one that I'm going to come right back to is I'm being reactive. This is just one of those ones that when we're caught up in the moment, we will almost never do. And it's it takes balls to do this. This takes real guts. This takes real honesty. When you're being reactive, just state to myself, I'm being reactive. And if you're in a relationship with someone else, like a friendship, anyone, okay, you just stop what you're talking about. Okay, I'm being reactive. And you just try and not be reactive. Just hopefully the other person is not an ass, and they're willing to help, and they're supportive of you. Being supportive of one another is massive. But being able to state to yourself while you're in the midst of reactivity that you're being reactive, this is honestly a skill. This is a very profound thing to do and takes a lot of courage. This is a courageous act. No one does this. I'm forcing myself on this person and violating their boundaries. I'm screaming at this person. I'm getting into fights with my friend, lover, whoever. I'm manipulating this person. I'm using very forceful and somewhat aggressive behavior towards them to try and get something that I want. I'm manipulating. I'm forcing. Let's just be honest when we're doing that. We don't have to shame ourselves. Oh, this is what it's like to manipulate. Oh, and this person does it right back to me. Oh my God. We're just manipulating each other to get what we want all the time. It's not very collaborative, it's not a very good collaboration. It's not a very good relationship. We're just pissed off trying to get things that we want. We don't really know how to get what we want in a healthy way, so we force and manipulate. Oh, okay. Oh, this is what's happening. Oh, this is what's dominating human relationships. Oh, everyone is doing this. Everyone is arguing with everyone. We want something, we're not getting it, and then we start to try and force ourselves onto other people and whatever to get things that we want. Oh, manipulation. We're all doing this. Why are we all doing this? I don't know why we're all doing this. It seems like we just don't really know any better. Oh, should we learn why we're doing this and how it works? Maybe that would probably help us. Should we watch ourselves do it and see the feelings that it creates inside of us? Feel the sense of contraction in our chest? Feel the lack of connection that we feel to people that it creates? Yeah, feel the lack of connection that it creates. So manipulation is huge. Forceful behavior. Forcing and manipulating are basically the same thing. Another good one is I'm not setting healthy boundaries. I'm being too passive. This person is stepping on me, and I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just letting them step on me. I'm letting myself get manipulated. I'm surrendering myself too easily to other people's agenda when it's not healthy for me. Now, sometimes it is healthy. It's great to help someone out. It feels great, and we connect with them. It's a very selfless act. Sometimes it's just not healthy, So I'm not setting healthy boundaries. Let's just look at that. It's there. Let's just be honest about it. I'm being judgmental because I'm angry and I don't want to investigate it. The reason why I'm being so judgmental is because I'm angry. I have a lot of anger in me. It has nothing to do with this person being stupid or that person not being the way I want them to be. It has everything to do with I have a lot of anger stuck inside of me. The emotions are just trapped inside of me and they're just coming out in these sort of ways, these just judgmental ways. That's why I'm judging so much. That's why I'm stuck judging so much, because I'm angry. I'm very dissatisfied. Let's just be honest. I'm just being very judgmental because I feel dissatisfied right now. And yeah, I'm doing blank for status. Status is something that the human psyche is very driven to get. So I'm insulting people for status. I want sex for status. I'm lying for status. You know? I'm telling people things that aren't true so that they can like me. And I can get things that I want, and I can get acceptance and respect and money or whatever. And I really have to tell you once again that there's no point in shaming yourself about any of this. The whole point is to see ourselves clearly. Clarity. I like clarity. That's what I'm doing in this video. I'm trying to help you just get some clarity. Now, moving on. I'm being inconsiderate and selfish. Oh, I'm being very stubborn. This person, I'm hurting this person. My actions are hurting people, and I'm just not thinking about it. And I'm not even caring about it. This is inconsiderate of me, actually, because I wouldn't want people to hurt me like this. But here I am hurting people because I want something. I want to feel good. I want status. I want something out of them. So I'm being inconsiderate and selfish. I'm wrong and don't want to admit it out of fear of looking like a fool. You're arguing with someone, you're wrong, and you don't want to see that maybe what I thought was true wasn't as true as I thought it was. Maybe, not even just that, but maybe he's got a good point that contradicts something that I think is true. And I'm too closed-minded to notice it. I'm just being closed. I'm scared to admit that what I have isn't the full truth, and he has validity to his point of view, or she, and I'm just too scared to admit it. Maybe that happens. I guarantee you that happens. I'm scared. Just when you're feeling scared about anything, you're worried, you're anxious about the money in your bank account, you're worried about this person cheating on you, you're worried about this person doing something you don't like, you're scared about your future. I'm scared. Fear. Oh, I'm being fearful. There's fear in me. That's it. It's very gentle. Honesty is very gentle. If you're doing this properly, it's very gentle. It's not a forceful thing. It has everything to do with just wanting to see things as they are without imposing yourself on them, without imposing your beliefs about them onto them. It has everything to do with simply wanting to know what is actually true, what is actually happening at all levels of existence. What is happening inside of me? What is happening inside of this person? What is happening in our society? What is reality? Moving on, I'm being short-sighted. I'm not thinking long-term. I'm too stuck thinking just in a short-sighted way. I'm chasing too much pleasure. The stuff I'm doing in my life isn't going to help me in 40 years. It's just I want something now, and it's making me behave and do things and feel certain ways that aren't really going to help me in the long run. I'm being closed-minded in order to protect myself. The reason why we're closed-minded most of the time is to protect ourselves. Now, to actually know this while you're being closed-minded completely changes what's happening in a moment of being closed-minded. Just when you're being closed-minded and you feel defensive, just say, oh, I'm being defensive, I'm being closed-minded, and it's because I just have a belief I like that I want to protect, and I'm attached to it. I'm emotionally attached to this way of thinking, this way of perceiving, this belief. That's it. I have trouble opening up emotionally. Whenever there's an emotionally intense situation, I avoid it or I run away. And I have trouble facing my feelings, even pleasurable ones. I don't let myself feel connected to the people around me as much as I possibly can. I hold myself back out of fear. I have trouble opening up emotionally. Just notice when you avoid intimacy, even connection. Notice when you avoid stating how you feel to people. I feel tired, I feel a bit angry, I feel a bit sad. And just stating it to people. I avoid just opening up. I think it's weak. I think it's dumb. I think it's pointless. These are my beliefs. These are all beliefs I have about it. I'm being honest about what I believe. I'm not forcing my belief onto it. I'm just seeing that these are the beliefs I have, but are they true? Let me just see the opposite, just to see if they are true. Maybe it's not pointless. Maybe there's value. Maybe it can help my well-being. Maybe it can help my relationships. Maybe it can help just my relationship to myself. So I'm avoidant of emotional situations. I don't like them. I like running away from them. I feel safe when I'm not in an emotionally intense situation. And emotional intensity doesn't have to be bad, of course, like, unpleasant emotions, like you're angry and, whatever. It can just be even positive ones, like connecting to people and feeling very, just feeling in a sense of union with the other person because you're so connected to them. I avoid that. Oh, I do avoid that. I'm scared of losing myself in a relationship. Oh, I have that fear. I'm scared of losing my sense of individuality. Oh, okay. I'm insecure about my loved one leaving me. I have that fear. Oh, I think about them cheating on me, or I think about what if I'm not good enough, and I'm scared of them leaving me. Maybe I should open up about that. Maybe I should just tell them that I have this fear, and maybe I have to work it out. I have to notice it in me. I have to notice my own insecurities and really feel them inside of me, and have more compassion for myself. And I have to be very honest about what I actually am feeling to myself, so I can, change myself as well. The whole point of this, for clarity, and we want to create the optimal person who we want to be, but we can't do that if we don't even know what's happening inside of us and the things that are controlling us. I have a resistance to blank, whether it's an idea, an experience, my emotions, whatever it is. I resist these ideas. I hate this belief system. I have so much, I can't see any truth in this point of view. I can't feel my emotions. I hate feeling them. I hate them. I don't like doing blank. I have resistance to taking out the garbage. I have resistance to feeling sadness. I have resistance to thinking that this belief system might have something true in it that's worth knowing. I overestimate my abilities. I think I'm way better than what I actually am. But maybe I'm good at a few things and I'm not good at other things. Maybe I'm in the middle for a lot of things, about average. I underestimate my abilities. Maybe I'm a lot better at some things than I think I am, or even how other people say I am. I'm doing blank because I'm scared. So what are some things you do because you're scared? I'm distracting myself because I feel fear. I'm working this job because I feel fear. Maybe you want to be a singer and you're working this job because you're too scared to follow what you actually like and what it means for your life. I'm overeating because I'm scared and I'm nervous. When I'm scared, I do blank. What is it? When I'm scared, I start watching Netflix. Just be honest. I'm distracting myself from my emotions by doing this. And maybe that's not the healthiest way to handle it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad about it. But if we want to be healthy and well, we have to look at this stuff. We have to know what's happening. So being gentle is essential to honesty. Honesty has nothing to do with attacking anyone or yourself. It has everything to do with just wanting to be clear about what's happening. This is a big one. I'm being inauthentic in social situations, and if I'm truly honest, I have trouble discovering what my authentic self is because I haven't spent 5 minutes sitting down, contemplating and feeling into what authenticity is and how I cover it up in order to be accepted by others. When we're very young, we are unconsciously taught to throw away our authentic self in favor of fitting in with some kind of group, our family, our friends, our country, our culture, our sports teams. We're taught to throw away what's natural to us, our sense of wonder, curiosity, awe, love for, discovering what the world is. Have you ever seen how a very young person interacts with things? There's a sense of awe there. Their eyes are like this. They see a pine cone and they just hold it. They don't think pine cone. They hold it and they just look at it like, what the hell is this? What is this world? And we lose that because we get filled up with a bunch of jargon that blocks off our authentic self. A bunch of beliefs, a bunch of repressed emotions, a bunch of unhealthy behaviors that cover up our authenticity and give us a lack of clarity. I care about what other people think because I want acceptance. So, this is an interesting one. Sometimes we can overvalue what people think because we just want to be accepted by them. Whereas sometimes we can undervalue what people think because we want to be accepted by them. I don't care about what other people think because I want acceptance from them. I think we've all heard, I don't care about what other people think. I don't care what people think about me. No, people care about what other people think of them. We're a very social species. We have to get along. We need to feel acceptance and a sense of belonging. We have to feel connection to other people. If everyone tomorrow hated everything about you, that would probably hurt you. Now, whether you would change the things you do, maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. And really, deep down, we care about what other people think. We want to get along, and we want to feel connected to people. It's a very healthy thing. And we like feeling good. We like feeling healthy. So I think it's important to be honest about how you care about what other people think of you. And really, this doesn't mean that you have to rearrange yourself to fit in any way. Let's say you wake up tomorrow and everyone hates you. And maybe what you're doing is very authentic to you. Like if I woke up tomorrow and everyone hated everything that I did with my life, it would hurt a lot and it would be very hard, of course. Like how would I survive? How would I get along with people? How would I get my needs met? How would I feel connected to people? How would I do anything? We're so dependent upon each other. People, deliver food to the grocery store. Like if everyone hated me, that's a difficult situation to be in. And it matters to me. Of course it matters to me. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop reading books or working out, doing meditation, making videos, because this stuff is very authentic to me and I love it. But, it would hurt. So I care about what other people think because I want acceptance. You are overvaluing people because you want acceptance from them, or you're undervaluing people because you want acceptance from them. So I have a low self-esteem when in certain situations. When I talk to this person, my self-esteem plummets. When this happens, I feel like I want to run away from this situation, and it's because I don't have the self-esteem necessary to handle it. I feel too scared, really. And I have to figure out, I have to learn about my fears, and I have to really stop disassociating with these parts of myself. I have to come into connection with what's driving me to run away from certain situations and feel like I'm worthless, feel like I'm too scared to do anything about it. I am stuck in a rut. This is very important, especially if you do personal growth. You probably do if you're still watching this video. Human growth tends to work like this. It's about 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that 1 step back can feel like we are just so out of touch with ourselves and everything around us and what we want. And it's important just to recognize that, oh, I'm stuck in a rut right now. That's what this phase is. I'm stuck in a rut. And I can slowly get out of it. It might take a bit of work. Maybe it'll pass away naturally, but for now I'm stuck in a rut. I'm stuck in a toxic relationship. If you're in a toxic relationship, you have to state this to yourself clearly. I'm stuck in a toxic relationship that isn't going anywhere and isn't changing. I have to leave. I have to leave. I am stuck in a series of unhealthy habits. This is something I think we can all relate to. If you're very honest with yourself, you probably have a lot of unhealthy habits, whether it's eating, the things you watch, entertainment, what you do when you wake up in the morning, whether you grab your phone immediately and start checking Instagram. Is that healthy? Is there an addiction there? So unhealthy habits are huge. I don't value my health. A lot of I might say to myself, I value my health. I value my health. I might say to myself, but the things I do imply that I don't really care about my health. I don't meditate or stretch, do yoga, exercise, eat well, talk to people and have intimate discussions and be honest and open and feel my emotions or do psychotherapy. I don't care about my health. I can convince myself all I want that I care about my health. But when it comes to it, I make the unhealthy decision over and over and over again, which is okay. But if you want to value health, you'll have to change that. I am unhappy in my life. I am convinced my beliefs are truth, and I'm not open to looking at other ideas because they threaten me. My beliefs and my interpretation of the world and my perception of the world is true, and all the other ones, this group of people is just wrong and stupid. They're just all wrong. There's no truth there. And you're just being closed. You're being closed-minded because the other ideas threaten you, and you're not open enough to see what's true in every worldview. And some worldviews are more accurate than others. Some worldviews are a very deep waste of time looking at. But nonetheless, every major philosophy or sort of conceptual system has some truth in it. Now, moving on, I say things to get approval from others that aren't true or are inauthentic. We've all done this. It's been there. I need to investigate my well-being, but always put it off due to fear of what I will find. I need to investigate whether I'm well, whether I'm even healthy, but I always put it off due to fear of what I will find. Questions. These are some major questions that really are going to involve a lot of honest contemplation. Really, if you stuck with me this far, you can really get to see what I mean by honesty. How, in a sense, gentle yet ruthless this actually is. It's like a very penetrating and cutting through bullshit kind of force when it's done properly. It's very non-forceful, it's very gentle, but it's not here to play around either. So questions. What do I want? Do I even know what I want out of my life? What do I want out of life? I want good connections and relationships and sex and probably money too, to help me to survive, but what do I really want? I might even want kids. I might even want to paint, but what do I really want? What things will fulfill me the most? How do I figure that out? Do I like what I'm doing with my life? Is this really what I want to do with my life? Do I like my habits? Do I like my job? Do I like the food I eat? Do I like the people I'm with? Is this really the best I can do? Or, am I just stuck in this job, relationship, friendship, habit because I'm scared of trying something new? I found a sense of security in them, so now I'm stuck in them. I find myself stuck in them. Do I actually feel connected with my significant other? Or do I just want the sex and security of the relationship? Do I actually feel a very deep connection to my significant other, or do I just want sex and security? Hard one. See, some of these things you might not be inclined to look at or even ask these questions because they are brutal. They are brutal. If you've been in a relationship for 4 years, 5 years, however many years, and you find out that really it just makes you feel safe and you don't really care too much about anything else, you just feel safe in it. Or you get the sex you want, you get the approval or the little bit of love that you want, but really it's not really what you want. It's like you know that there's something better, but you're too scared to really think about that or contemplate it or notice it in yourself, how you're feeling really. And it's just something you skip over entirely because it's the whole idea of being honest about that is so threatening to your life and how you get your needs met that you just push it away altogether. Is my work truly meaningful to me? Do I actually like what I do with my life? Do I find meaning and purpose in my work, or is it kind of just a waste of time? Do I think my job is a waste of time? Do I think it's just stupid? In what ways do I negatively impact the world and the people around me? And you do. You do negatively impact people, the world, other living things around you. Most definitely you do. You have effects that ripple outward into a lot of places, like the place, where were your clothes made? Who made them? The garbage that you throw out, how much plastic you use. These are simple. Even how angry you are towards the people around you. In what ways do I positively impact the world and the people around me? I wasn't just going to leave it at the negative. What good things do I do? Do I even do good things? Like, do I even help anyone? Do I add any value whatsoever? Am I scared to make a decision of some kind? Is there something in my life that I'm scared to do? I'm scared to make this decision. I'm scared to go through with this. But I know it's what I want, but I'm just too scared to do it. Do I want kids? Is my answer actually 100% true, or am I covering something up with my answers? I know a lot of people who say they don't want kids. I never really believe them. Maybe they're telling the truth, but maybe they're not. Because for me personally, in relationship to this question, whether I want kids or not, it's not entirely 100%, but it's not 0%. It's not entirely yes or no. It's leaning more towards yes. A lot of these questions aren't going to be black or white. There's going to be a lot of nuance. But when I just hear like a no, I don't want a no, it's like, it's kind of strange, really. It's like, how do you really know? Or are you just saying that because, how hard it is to raise kids, what your life would be like, who you have to become, and the things you have to do? They might just seem threatening to you. They might overwhelm you when you really think about it. How much you have to change in order to support a family. So that might be a scary thing to really be honest about, whether you actually want a family or not. Am I actually being honest? Am I actually being honest? In what ways do I avoid honesty? In what ways am I dishonest? I think it's very important to realize that we're not honest. I think it's insanely important to start off with the understanding that our mind is designed to delude itself and deceive itself in order to preserve its sense of safety. So truth is kind of put on the back burner, and safety at all costs is basically the forefront of our attention, where a lot of our energy goes into. So in what ways do I avoid being honest? Am I honest? In what ways am I dishonest to myself? That's it for this video. This is very practical. So next time you're being reactive, just know to yourself, I'm being reactive. Okay, I'm being reactive. I don't have to be reactive. Like, I'm gonna get into my emotions, get into my body, feel these feelings, and like, just be honest. Like, okay, I'm being reactive. Like, that's a difficult thing to do in a situation of, where you're just being reactive, because your instinct is not to be more conscious or honest. Your instinct is to be reactive and attack or defend. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Other than that, take it easy.